It was good. Got another recap for today. Today's March 21st. Yeah. Um, I'll close off the tab. Okay, so this was the trade I took today. I'm pretty happy with it. It's just I didn't manage my position that good, but yeah, let's go over it. I'll just go over everything first. So GBP JPY 4 hour was bullish prior to session open because we didn't close below these lows yet. So with the closure above these highs, was expecting was just having I was just having a bullish bias, maybe potentially filling out this fair value gap, taking out these highs, this kind of breaker block kind of thing, or I mean order block. So yeah, on the 1 hour we were bearish, so wasn't looking super good on that part, but yeah. So we had London lows here, Asian highs were up here along with the London highs, and then this wasn't like Asian lows were pretty much here, but these were a pretty prominent low that I marked out because we already took out the London and Asian kind of lows here. So I was just playing off of this low here. So going on the 5 minute, price pre-market interacted with this, and then I was actually kind of tempted to enter off of this breaker structure to the upside, but it was too early into market open and I would have just gone stopped out. So it's a good thing that I didn't take that trade. Price came back, re-entered into here, made a high off here, so I was willing to take an entry if we came and close above, but that didn't happen. Price came below here, and then with this candle at 6:30, we had a 30-minute closure below here, so it was below the low, so it wasn't really that ideal to enter off of that. Even still, I was still kind of looking, maybe we could break structure to the upside, but no, we just had a huge sell-off and then continued on lower, so there wasn't really anywhere to enter off of. Not really sure what happened, maybe taking out the liquidity down here and down here, but nothing really to enter off of on that. On Euro, I'll just go over GU as well first. So 4 hour was bearish prior to session open. Yeah, we had never closed above these highs, so I was looking for sells. 1 hour was I think 1 hour was bullish. Yeah, 1 hour was bullish prior to session open, but still bearish on the day because the 4 hour was bearish. So 30-minute. So these were kind of like the London highs, because this was part of New York session, so this didn't really count as a high, I guess. So this was just what I counted as a high, and then London lows, and then Asian lows down here with Asian highs up here. So market open, took out the took out the London highs, kept on pushing past. Now looking back, this wasn't really that big of a move to the upside, so I possibly could have entered. I saw this inverse fair value gap, could have entered off a closure off here, but the risk reward was like kind of fast, because if I had my stop above these highs, then take profit ideally would have been right here, and then that would have been a 0.96, and on the EU the setup just looked better, but now looking back, I kind of wish I entered off of that. Could have maybe catch this move to the downside, but yeah, didn't take this because I was already in EU, and then I was looking for a potential setup on GJ. So, and because price was like opposing trends on this one, I wasn't too sure about taking this one. So yeah, that's GU. And then on EU, it was pretty similar setup to GBP USD. However, it was just EU actually interacted with the Asian highs. So coming into market open, 4 hour was bearish, 1 hour was bullish prior to session open. We closed bullish, but that was just probably just to take on liquidity. We had Asian highs up here, Asian lows down here. Previous New York session at lows down here, and then London highs, I just marked it from the wick to the top of the wick, and then London lows were down here. Market opened, immediate rip to the upside. We already took out London highs during London session, so I was looking for Asian highs to get hit. Saw inverse fair value gap, and then entered off of that closure. Stops above the high, and then take profit 1 was just a 1-to-1. Take profit 2 was here. Take profit 3 was down here, and then take profit 4 was right here, I think. Yeah, take profit 4 was here. And then I was gonna let a runner go, but I had the runner going on, but when I saw disrespect of bearish order flow, I closed the trade like right here. Yeah, now looking back, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Could have caught much more of a leg down, but yeah, I can't get really focused. I mean, I was able to take a winner off this. Shouldn't get greedy of what I left on the table. I should just be grateful that I was able to take some money from the markets today. The thing that I wish that I could work on was managing my position better, because I only made like 30. Like I only made like, because I risked 0.25 on this trade, I only made like $30. So maybe it's just my market balance is a bit lower, like my account balance equity is like a bit lower now, but I feel like I took way too many profits on this, and I was just a bit anxious to exit, like just to take profits on the trade rather than just being patient and letting price go in its direction. Because I should probably just let price go to 1 to 2 or something like that, instead of just trying to take profits as soon as possible, because I took 2 profits before 2 RR got hit. I took a take profit right here, and then another TP right here, and then third TP was down here. So if I just had TP1 like here, I could have made like a full 0.25 and then another probably like 0.05 or something like that off of letting the price run down. But yeah, maybe even just let it go from here 1 to 1, I think. Yeah, I took take profit right here, so that could have been like a 0.12, and then if I had another 0.125 running, that would become another 0, so it would become like 0.3 some, I don't even know the math, but it would be much more. So I just got to stop taking too many profits, just have confidence in my plan, lock in profits at 1 to 1, and then just let price continue on to like 2R or something like that. Maybe just don't even take profits at 1 to 1, just wait for a 2 to 1 to get hit, or just something greater than a 1 to 1, because that could do me better. And then another thing I could have worked on this was after I won, like I did a good thing of like not staring at the markets when I entered, but once I won and took up profits out, I started looking at the markets again, and I just like reasoned with myself that it was fine to look at the market because I already won. So maybe because that's like kind of what influenced me to exit early off of this inverse. If I just hadn't been looking at the markets, I could have hit another take profit lower and just made like more bread off of that. But yeah, kind of didn't follow my plan then, I guess, on that part. Just not looking at the markets. But yeah, from now on, what I'm gonna do is just don't look in the markets at all until I'm like completely like satisfied. But I felt like I was pretty satisfied with hitting that 1 to 3 risk reward off of that runner, but I guess not. Another thing, I should have maybe been. I was feeling a bit like unsure about entering off of a just one, just off an inverse for value gap. So maybe I should incorporate that more, or just enter off of a 1 minute breakup structure in that case if I see a gap get inversed. Because on the 5 minute, if I entered off of a breakup structure, I would not have been able to enter off of this trade, because there was no lows that were formed until all the way down here, and that would have been much of the move. So yeah. Yeah, now looking at GU, I kind of wish I took this. It's just that initial take profit, that initial risk reward wasn't like that good, and I was thinking that there was potential for a better setup on GBP JPY, so I just didn't take that. But yeah, because with this huge sell off to inverse this fair value gap, I wasn't really looking at that as like a super good trade to take. And I was kind of expecting for like, I mean, like ideally I would be not expecting, but like ideally I would have looked for like an immediate reaction off of taking out this liquidity rather than much later. But we were probably just filling in this fair value gap on the 1 hour. Yeah, who knows, man. But I think I did pretty well. Just things to work on is number 1, managing my positions better, being patient, like not being anxious. And then number 2, having the confidence to enter off of an inverse fair value gap. Number 3, No, I think I did pretty good. Just remember not to stare at the markets after winning as well. So yeah, that's all for today, I guess. I feel like today really helped me gain confidence on my home plan as long as I just follow it properly. That's literally the purpose of a plan, right? So yeah, hopefully next week gets better. I'll do a weekly recap. I think I'm down 0.25 this week. If I just that one trade I took on Wednesday, I think it was. If I just didn't close that, or Tuesday, I think, I don't know. If I just didn't close that at break even, it could have been at like break even for the break even on the week. But it's always things to learn, right? So hopefully next week goes better. Next week is spring break, so I'll probably just key in more on my psychology. Reread Trading in the Zone. Maybe like draw some stuff if I get bored instead of getting into short form content, and then maybe make a puzzle or something. But I'm not sure. I'll still de-risk to 0.25 for the next week just to build more confidence in this. Just don't get attached to the money. Help develop that idea. But yeah, hopefully next week goes well. Yeah, that's all. Goodbye.